Hi everyone, this is Notes 27. So today we're factoring trinomials, something you guys have probably done like 9 million times, but we'll check it out. So if you remember, this is the x factor, right? So I'm going to deal with this by following these steps. I'm going to identify B and C. So B, I always remember have A, B, and C. So B is going to be positive 9 in this case, and C is 20. So remember that this is always the number that I need to multiply by. So I'm going to multiply to get 20, and I'm going to add to get 9. All right, so I need two numbers that multiply to get 20. If you sometimes have a hard time with this, you can write down all the factor pairs for C. So that means like 2 times 10, and 1 times 20, and 3 times nothing, and 4 times 5, 6 times nothing, 7 times nothing, 8 times nothing, 9 times nothing. And then you can see you're going to find the pair that adds up to get to B. So I know that 2 plus 10 would be 12. I don't want that. This would be 21. I don't want that. But 4 times 5 was 20, and 4 plus 5 is 9. So I know that this is positive 4 and positive 9. So I'm going to substitute the factor pair into the factored form of the quadratic. So this here is going to change into this form. This is called the factored form. Factored form here. And the factored form has two factors. It has x. And then we're going to put in the two factors that we just found, the 4 and the 5. So we're going to have x plus 4, x plus 5. So what we're saying here is that this equation right here is the exact same as this equation here, just written in a different way. So the way that we're going to check that is by actually multiplying them back together and seeing. So we're going to use the box. So x plus 4 times x plus 5. X times x is x squared. 5 times x is 5x. X times 4 is 4x. 5 times 4 is 20. So then we'll combine like terms. So I have x squared plus 5x plus 4x is 9x plus 20. If we get back to the same thing that we started with, then we know that we've done it correctly, and this is our answer here. All right, so we're factoring trinomials. Same thing as you've always done, just x factor we are reviewing. So for the next two examples, I'm going to multiply to get 30, add to get negative 11. So multiply to get 30, add to get negative 11. Things that multiply to get 30 are 1 and 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 10, 4 times nothing, 5 times 6, and then 6 times 5. So I know that 11 is 5 and 6 together. So 5 and 6. And they have to multiply to get 30. 5 times 6 makes that. But 5 plus 6 is positive 11. So I'm going to make both of them negative. And negative 5 plus negative 6 makes negative 11. So I know that if I'm going to put it in my factor pair, I'm going to have x minus 5 and x minus 6. That's what I'm getting from here. Minus 5 and minus 6. Just like that. I'm going to check my work. X minus 5, x minus 6, x squared, 6x, negative 5x, and positive 30. As always, combine like terms. So I get x squared minus 11x plus 30. Check and see. Yes, that's what I started with. And so I know that this is the correct answer. Okay, that's what we call factored form. Don't forget. It's going to be super helpful to us when you're making equations. Okay? And then finally, I have my last one. I'm going to multiply to get negative 21. I'm going to add to get negative 4. So numbers that multiply to get 21, 1 and 21, 2 and nothing, 3 and 7, 4 and nothing, 5 and nothing, 6 and nothing. All right, so 3 and 7. Okay, I see 3 and 7. They're about 4 apart. So I know 3 and 7 are my numbers. I know one of them needs to be negative in order to make that negative 21 on top. And I know when I add them together, I should have a negative 4. So I need my bigger one to be negative. Negative 7 plus 3 is negative 4. So I have here x minus 7, x plus 3. I'm hoping that's my answer. I'm going to go ahead and check it. X minus 7, x plus 3, x squared, 3x, negative 7x, negative 21. Combine like terms. I get x squared minus 4x minus 21. I'm going to double check. Yes, that is what I'm started with. So this is my final answer here. Okay. Y'all are going to do the backside of this, right? The backside looks very similar. You're going to write your own steps. I'm going to be checking for that during your notebook check. And then you're going to solve 1, 2, 3 problems on your own. Okay, don't forget to check. That's super important, especially as we jump into tomorrow. So make sure that you're filling out your check, even if you know that you're right. All right, I love you guys. Bye.